Hello and welcome back to the International IndyCar League here on the Velocity Online Racing channel. My name is Philip Ansell and I'm delighted to be joined in the commentary booth by Jaeden Innis and our very talented producer, Julian Altena. Safety car is in the pits and the race is in Toby Deck's hands to start us off here at Nashville. And the green flag flies here for 143 laps of oval racing.
Christensen up to 4 positions already, up into P12 as well.
The biggest gainer so far is, of course, Christensen, but also, you know, the likes of Fiolas has also made up 4 positions so far, as well as Saucier. Yeah, he's having an absolutely stonking start to this race. He's already looking for a potential way to move up to the front of the pack here. He's very close to the back of Frankenfield. He's going to try the outside line here. Extremely close between the both of these guys, but I think in the end, though, Fiolas has gotten the move past Frankenfield, and let's see how he'll be able to move forward in this race. Obviously, up 11 positions from his qualifying start. See, very close from Deck, who was further up in the field earlier on, has dropped back a little bit now, but you know, there is absolutely nothing separating the top 10, and he's actually going to lose another position, I think, here to Crawley, who's got the move on the inside of 2. Almost making it 3 wide here for position here. And as we see Frankenfield now back down the inside ahead of Saucier, side by side as they go across the start-finish line. Viola's now deciding to jump the gun early. And it is the drivers that were running further up in the field as well, notably. As we see now the rest of the pack go in, and there's a spinner on pit entry. I can't really see. That is Callum Ford, so he's had an absolute nightmare on pit entry. Can he get it back on pit road without, you know, getting a penalty, perhaps, for an unsafe pit entry? So as we can see now, he approaches the back of Deck, and I think he just... And that's how quickly it can go. Oh, sorry, Strud now. Last driver to pit. So let's see Frankenfield. Yeah, way clear at the front now. So it has worked out for him so far. And Toby Deck, he's back up into second. The race leader as well as the championship leader, both going into the pits. And Christensen gained a lot of time, I thought, there on pit entry.
Huge.
He's going to rejoin somewhere in the midfield as well. And Christensen now is making the move for the race lead, but Frankenfield, as we've seen all race, basically opting for the inside line and has stayed in front for the moment on pit road. So there is a little bit of difference there, but it looks like Frankenfield may be underfueled a little bit because his gap now to Christensen has grown as they exit the pits. But the question is, where is Fiolas in all of this? And he's actually lost it behind him!
Hey, no
The cold tyres has caught Christensen out. He keeps it somewhat under control, but that has been absolutely detrimental to his fight for the race win. Let's see, on board with him. And yeah, no, the tyres just simply aren't up to you know, temperature yet. Completely ice cold. And, you know, he did a pretty good job in keeping that car, you know, in a relatively controlled manner. All 4 wheels locking up, getting on that grass that is probably grippier than you'd expect.
So Strid leads with a 30 lap stint. Obviously, now he's coming into the pits. So I believe that would be the furthest that we've seen the tires get taken out. So it is feasible. It's quite impressive that he's managing to hold up this whole time. Obviously, toe has a little bit of an impact, but the track is on the relatively shorter side compared to all the major tracks on the calendar. So quite good stuff from him in terms of keeping up the pace with such worn down tires. So Street seems to have the right strategy, in my opinion, for the very least.
Yeah, speaking of, you know, going for the lead, Steed has decided, you know, now is my time to pounce. I want to get further up in the field. Saw him taking a very, very wide line through 1. He's now putting Gill under pressure into 1 a lap later, and he looks like he's put the car in another gear almost at this stage. You know, 33.5 seconds. He's got 2-second gap now, Deck. He has, but obviously then they do not have the tyres fired up, and both Frankenfield and Fiolas go around the outside of Gill. Deck has the lead for the moment, but question is, can he keep it in the end?
Obviously, when you see Fiolas on 13 laps, it'll be time to see if he could potentially stretch it out that far.
But through the lead, again, goes Frankenfield. So he wants to control this race as he's done basically all the way through it. Deck has to concede for the moment. See Toby Deck now around the outside of Frankenfield. Can he make the move stick though? As we head through one, he has the advantage slightly, but you can see Frankenfield just gains that little bit of extra grip on the inside. Deck still has the move around the outside, but look at the slipstream from Streed. Perhaps deploying a little bit of that hybrid system as well. That's something we haven't brought up too much in this race.
Christensen and Polak actually are both on just around that 20 lap range. So they're going to be going just about 31, 32 laps total. Obviously, Deck and Frankenfield are a little bit less than that. So they should be a little bit better on tires. But the fight is going to be coming with a lot of tire wear on their hands.
It hasn't helped Streed whatsoever there because he's actually lost a position now to Saucier, who's now up into third position. Deck holds the lead for the moment. Frankenfield looks to make a move on him, but he just cannot get past him. That inside line seems to be basically impossible to overtake on. See now, almost making contact as well. Saucier Streed is going around the outside, but it looks like he just doesn't have the grip at the moment. The gloves are off. It's 6 laps to go. All the drivers, I think, down to perhaps Christensen. I think Christensen actually will make it as well, but there and Manuel Gomez, those are the drivers that are, on the limit, but Gomez is a lap down. So then it's a dogfight between the top 7 for this race win, as Deck and Frankenfield are basically inseparable, and there's a bit of contact between them as they head into three. But it is Gill around the outside. Can he make the move stick or Saucier? It doesn't look like it at the moment. Still, though, Deck just has the advantage on the inside. Saucier looking for a move around the outside of Frankenfield.
I want to say Street might have the hybrid system in his hand. That might be why he's taking that slightly compromised line. But obviously, the fight's on.
For sure, and Frankenfield is looking around the outside, but just look at the grip Deck has. Defensive on the way, and there's almost contact as they cross the line. 2 to go now. There's actually contact Deck on the inside. Frankenfield was crashing into the wall to Saucier as well. White flag is out. Check, the caution has not come out, and it is Gill who's actually gone up into the lead. So it has paid off, being a little bit more cautious in the end, and I think he's going to take victory here in round 2 of the International IndyCar League. It is Gill from Deck and Bowles at the flag. And it was Christensen, your championship leader, who has paid a big price in this, ending up down in P9. What a finish. It had to end in a little bit of drama as we go back and look at this incident again. So it is Deck on the inside, defending his position. Saucier actually losing his front wing there, I think. Unless it was a little bit of net code. And then he just comes down on Deck, I think. Frankenfield swerving a little bit. No, it's actually Deck that comes up from his inside. And I don't think Frankenfield was expecting it. Yeah, you could just see that slight movement. I don't think, from this camera angle at least, that, Frankenfield did anything wrong there. So that is certainly something that the stewards will have to look at. Of course, Noah Gill taking victory here this afternoon, with Toby Deck in second, from Ryan Bowles in third, with David Streed in fourth, with Frankenfield recovering to fifth in the end after that incident with Toby Deck. In seventh, we see Saucier come across the line. Fiolas does recover to seventh after having to make that extra pit stop, with Callum Ford in eighth and John Christensen in ninth, with Dan Eng in 10th. Katie Pollack does end up in 11th after also having to make an extra pit stop, with Mike West in 12th. Manuel Gomez did not, unfortunately, make the extra pit stop as well. Well, didn't avoid the extra pit stop in the end, with Lowe in 14th, and Luke Dietz and Robert Crawley